don't f***ing want to hear what Brooke has to say.
I feel the same way about them that you do. I think they're so disturbing, they're wrong, they're horrible, and they're disgusting.
Old tweets from 2012 to 2015 have been going around from Brooke Schofield this week.
Genuinely, truly, there is nothing you could possibly f***ing say to excuse that shit.
I essentially made none of the points that I should have been making.
If you're a popular person online, delete your old tweets, because how many times have you seen someone getting cancelled for their old problematic tweets? And it happened again recently with Brooke Schofield. In June, Brooke Schofield was making heavy headlines, first for putting Matt Rife on blast, and then for exposing her ex-boyfriend Clinton Kane. And boy, what a series that was.
Who did I date? Not marry. Lie number 1. Who did I date? Not marry. Lie number 2.
I'm only on par like 6, I think. But oh my god, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Who did I date? Not marry. Lie number 24.
It was all over the internet. It had mainstream media coverage. People even made 50-minute videos on it.
You said your mom fell down the stairs and she owned Birkenstocks and she was in a coma and she got hit by a car. Like, what the f are you even talking about?
This is a very triggering statement.
Everything was going great with Brooke until something happened that always happens, and old tweets of Brooke have been unearthed, leading to her prompt cancellation.
Right now you guys have seen the tweets that are circulating around. They unfortunately are not fake. Those are real tweets, like real things that I said.
Welcome back to the Asher Show, and if you're new, welcome. Today I want to talk about the swift cancellation of Brooke Schofield. But who is Brooke Schofield? I honestly didn't know the name a few months ago. Well, she got popular after Tana made a storytime video about Brooke under a pseudonym. In a 2020 video titled, "I Caught My Best Friend Hooking Up With My Man," a storytime rant/scandal. Then a few months later, they started a podcast together. And now she's best known for being a podcast co-host and influencer. But before that, she lived in Arizona, and she only moved to LA in 2019 to pursue her dreams of being an actress. So what exactly happened to Brooke, who was seemingly on top of the world in popularity? Why has she lost sponsorships and thousands of followers in just a few days? Well, like I mentioned earlier, Brooke Schofield was riding the popularity wave right after she released a 16-part video series in June exposing her ex Clinton Kane, and then another 11-part series replying and reacting to Clinton Kane's series in July. After that, she was traveling, collabing with other popular TikTokers, until all hell broke loose on August 1st. August 1st, tweets resurfaced online of Brooke saying, "Oh my god, I swear I had nappier hair this morning than most African Americans on this end of the country. #Afro. And also, Cassie yells racist profanities in the movie theater. Only minority in the room is sitting directly behind us. I said so many accidentally racist things last night. I don't know how I even made it back to America." But those were just the beginning, because people started digging further into Brooke's past, finding more problematic tweets. Brooke is now 27 years old, so I'm going to order some of these based on the age Brooke was when she said them. "My great-grandpa's toilet paper has Obama's face engraved on it. To R-word you or not to R-word you? Every day is a struggle. Quit calling me when you're drunk, F-slur. I don't even want you when you're sober. Oh, I see. I'm gonna go later because I get all embarrassed when I work out like a fat girl. If you can tweet, you can answer your phone, F-slur. I had a question. What do you call a Mexican baptism? Bean dip. Guarantee if Zimmerman shot a white guy, this wouldn't even be a story. Newsflash, this wasn't a crime of racism, it was self-defense. Can't trade lap dances for cheeseburgers, because after a little while, no one will want a lap dance from a fat person. #you're welcome. I sure wish I didn't have to dress like a D for work. I started faking liberal views when writing college papers, and it's so concerning how much my grades have improved since. After all these tweets surfaced, people were going off on Brooke on TikTok.
There's a huge conversation surrounding Brooke Schofield right now as her old tweets have surfaced online.
My thing is, if you white and you famous, why you ain't just go back and delete them tweets?
But the Trayvon Martin comment that she made was so deeply evil. I don't think you can grow from saying something like that.
She responded on Reddit about some of the old tweets, but was radio silent on TikTok. She even showed up on my For You page while she was in Montreal, Canada, promoting The Boys on Amazon Prime, even though people were flooding her comment section with questions. "Girl, you gotta say something, this is wild." And she said, "I am going to, I promise. I'm in Canada for work, and it's not something I want to rush. I'm not ignoring you, guys, I hear you." But things only got worse from here, because she deleted the Amazon Prime sponsorship a few days later. She even deleted her T-Mobile collab on Instagram because of the comment section. and the Boys Lie merch collab she had was taken offline and they issued a statement. We are in a weird position right now. We didn't want to end the weekend without saying that we hear you, we see you, and we are adamantly working on a solution. We understand the severity and urgency behind addressing the concerns around our latest collaboration in a way that will align with the values we have as our brand. And then this is when Brooke finally decided to issue a statement on TikTok. So she starts off with an explanation, but about a minute in, she starts talking about how her parents were addicts and she grew up with her grandparents.
You guys, I have had a lot to say about accountability lately and how important it is and how far it can go, and I feel like I'm not taking my own advice. Obviously by now you guys have seen the tweets that are circulating around. They unfortunately are not fake. Those are real tweets, like real things that I said. First of all, I want to acknowledge that I feel the same way about them that you do. I think they're so disturbing, they're wrong, they're horrible, and they're disgusting. Of course, I do appreciate the people who are coming to bat for me and like saying like, you know, it was so long ago and like she's grown and stuff, but like it doesn't fucking matter. Like it literally does not matter. They are horrible. I want to talk about particularly the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman situation. Try not to be so emotional because I don't want it to seem like it's like a sympathy thing at all. I also don't want to blame anybody else at all, and so I'm trying like to be really careful about that. I just want to explain like and give some context into like my mindset at the time, because I have seen like some comments today that are like, well, no shit, she's racist, like white nepo baby, like a little like spoiled brat, like. And that was not my situation. And my parents were addicts, so I was adopted by my grandparents when I was like 10, and I grew up with them from that point on. And as is true for a lot of grandparents, they're a little bit less progressive than a lot of us are now. And my grandma has dementia, so it was really just like me and my grandpa. And he is a very, very right-wing conservative man, okay? It was like my household was literally just Fox News all the time, Rush Limbaugh, like if you guys know who that is, like playing literally all day long through the house, and that was just like the only thing ever that I had been exposed to.
And scene. Why are you crying? Girl, I'm 18 and I have never. And then they always give the backstory. She then talks about how she didn't shift her mindset until college.
A lot of you guys have also seen my mom's Twitter because she was responding back and forth about the Trayvon Martin situation, and I just should have known better. I know her, and I should have known that she is not somebody that I take any sort of political insight from at all. Again, sometimes you like have these people that you like put on a pedestal and you think everybody older than you is smarter than you and knows everything, and they do not. Truthfully, it took me a really long time. Like, I know some of the tweets I was like 18 and people are like, yeah, like she was old enough to know better. Like, honest to God, you guys, it wasn't until like even after college that I really started to like shift my way of thinking. And there are people in my life who I might have looked up to forever who I do not agree with.
If you look at some of her old tweets, in 2016 she was a Trump supporter, but in 2020 she was actively calling out racism during the BLM movement. My parents are extremely conservative, and I would never. Saying you didn't know better until after college is insane.
I think it's amazing now that people are like learning earlier on about politics and like forming their own opinions outside of like what their parents think or what they're hearing or whatever it is. But that just wasn't the case for me. Whatever I heard, I passed on. I'm sorry, very, very sorry to anybody who is hurt by the tweets, because obviously they are very hurtful. Like a lot of it is just like what, like why would I even say that? And I apologize for not having said something sooner. I just felt like I was getting these messages from people who like were hurt by them, and I felt like by bringing more attention to it, I was just going to be hurting more people, and that was not the right mindset. I should have said something sooner, and I would never let something go this far again. Like, I love you all so much, and obviously I know that there are some people who are just like not gonna care for me anymore, and like I understand that. I need you to know that like that is not how I think, that is not what I believe, and I am 27 years old now. I've had so much time to like learn and grow and like formulate my own opinions, and they are nothing like they were when I was 17, 18 years old.
Even with this explanation and apology, a lot of people in the comment section are calling her out, saying she's blaming other people in her life. Trayvon Martin was also only 17, and she didn't directly apologize to the people of color.
Brooke changing her views after college just kind of reminded me when I changed my views when I was 7.
Brooke was only 17 when she tweeted those things, and Alabama Barker was only 18 when she was mildly shady to Tana, but that didn't stop Tana and Brooke from coming at her full force and sending their fans to harass her.
It wasn't until like even after college that I really started to like shift my way of thinking.
Don't most people graduate college around 22 to 24? So you are 27 right now, and you are trying to convince me that the racism ran away.
One thing, I think it's time for me and my fellow whiteys to butt the fuck out of the Brooke Schofield conversation, okay? Because it's definitely not our place to be like, forgive her, we all grow and change, when we're not the fucking subject of the racism that she just blatantly put online at 18 years of age. Like,
Brooke hasn't posted anything on her TikTok or her Instagram recently, until today when she posted 3 new apologies.
I want to talk about my last video, okay? Because I am listening to everybody, and obviously I am reflecting and looking back on it, and I do agree with everyone that I missed the mark. I obviously saw everything that was going on, and I saw how hurt everybody was by it, so I felt like I just had to put something out as soon as I physically could so that nobody thought I was ignoring the situation or didn't realize how like important it was. But as a result of that, I put out this like very emotional, scrambled video where I essentially made none of the points that I should have been making. First and obviously most important thing is that I'm so sorry, specifically to Black people and the other people of color who were offended by my tweets, okay? Because obviously I'm seeing a lot of like positivity in the comments and people saying that they forgive me, and it's all white people. And that's how I know I did not address this properly at all. So I want to be clear that this is directed specifically to Black people and other people of color, and I'm not seeking white people's understanding or forgiveness, or approval, or whatever it is. Now, sorry is not enough, in my opinion, for the way that I was tweeting and the things that I was saying online at that time. And I know that there's no apology beyond like reparations that can mend that wound. I don't care if I was a teenager, I was old enough to know better. And not only did I choose to say those things, I chose to say those things on a public platform.
I actually do not think that Brooke's apology was sincere at all, and I do not think she was sorry, because this was posted 1 hour ago and Brooke Schofield has liked it. Here's it zoomed in so that you can see. 1 hour ago, Brooke Schofield. Okay, so no, I don't think that that was a sincere apology. I don't think she's sorry. And this, plus the MAGA hat that Tana was wearing, plus the volatile racism that has come out of both of their mouths. And what, yesterday, 2 days ago, she apologized, and as of today, 1 hour ago, she is liking posts like this.
Before this gets any further, I have publicly stated my support for Kamala since she's been in the running, okay? And I still stand behind that. I know how stupid it looks that I liked that post today, and I literally want to kick myself in the fucking face for it, but it was like mindless. I literally was on an airplane scrolling. I saw the last person in the entire world that I would think would be in the room with Trump. So I was like, this is crazy. And I liked the post. Worst timing ever. So fucking stupid. Not a Trump supporter. Okay? Period.
I'm just gonna end it there. Hopefully everyone enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, leave me a comment down below, leave me a thumbs up, and be sure to tune in next time.